Yeah. Yes. Hi, good morning, everyone. Oh, hi. Kifak. Good to see you. I'll see you later. See you later. Welcome, everyone. Good morning. Welcome back. Welcome back, gents, ladies. Great. So, sorry. So we start, so we give people 5 minutes. The people who stay here, if you like to have 5 minutes to go have a little break, please go ahead, I can wait. 5 minutes, is that okay? You want to go break or something? No? Seems that you do. Okay, okay. Great. Well, most of you are here. I'm not going to go through the introduction of Tiqani. We already know. You got it like 5 times already now. You want to come up here and tell them? No? Okay. Let's just go straight through. I mean, the title of this small session is, as Neha just mentioned, Fix It Right, I might come back, treat me right, I will. What do you think that is related to? Can I have a microphone so it's easy for me? Oh, very good. Yes, I can do that. Don't worry, I can do that. Yeah, what do you think that's related to?
It's related to the way you take care of your customers rather than giving them back because of the money they spent to yours.
Okay, very good. Anyone else has an idea? Who else? What do you think this title is about? Sir?
Customer satisfaction.
Satisfaction, a key word. Brilliant. Anything else? Sir?
Customer service for long-term business.
Long-term business, sustainability. Well done. You heard these terms. Yep. These are key, and this is what we all work on. Now, before I go on, let me ask, who are workshop owners, workshop managers here? Very good. Yeah, brilliant. Now, in your opinion, what do you think customers need? Perfection. Okay.
Professional service.
Professional service. What do you mean by that?
The professional in terms of equipment, knowledge, and technical know-how on the vehicle.
Very good. Very good. Can you pass it to the gentleman behind you? Thank you. Join us.
I would say.
Oh yeah, quick service. Okay, so quick, time related. Very good. If you mind passing it through. Thank you. There you go.
The right diagnosis and proffering the right solution the first time.
Very good. Pass it forward, please. Very good. Thank you.
Quality service.
Quality service.
Quality relationship.
Sorry guys, I shouldn't move there. Right. Okay, I'll plan not to. Yes. Quality service.
Quality service and quality relationship.
Very good. 2. I was going to ask you, please specify. You already did. Gentlemen, sir, the microphone.
They need to feel value.
Value. Very good. Now, you guys are workshop owners, workshop managers, etc. Very good. Thank you very much for your input. Now, who is not a workshop owner or a workshop manager? Okay, you as a customer, when was the last time you serviced your car? 1 week ago. Brilliant. How was it, may I ask? Why? Can we have the microphone? Why did you say it was perfect?
Basically, it's not about fixing my car. It's about if they do something at this touch point which will exceed my expectations.
Expectations. That's another word that is key as well. Question to continue. For you as a customer, how did they know what you expected?
Basically because they know me.
Okay, so that's a kind of a long-term relationship, yes. So they got to know you even more and more. Brilliant. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now, what we're going to talk about in this session, 3 big titles. That's it. 1, what do customers need? And we started this conversation now. 2, a solid but lean process. And 3, the way forward. Starting with the things that you guys talked about. What do customers need was the first question I asked, wasn't it? Okay. How do we know that? Maybe it's not a need, maybe it's a want. What is the difference between needs and wants? Anyone? Okay, yes, needs are necessary. Needs are a must. Must for what? Basic stuff, yes. So needs are must-haves. For example, I can say, I need nutrition, but I want to eat shrimps. And that's the difference between needs and wants. When customers come to us to our workshops, do you think they know what they need? For sure, no. Okay, why?
He doesn't know the problem in his vehicle.
Probably yes. Okay. So, what is he here for? When he comes to you,
He have an issue. He have an issue.
An issue. So, what is expected now from? What does he expect?
He wants from me.
He wants something. So, customers, when they come to us, they know what they want. Less customers know what they actually need. And this is where professional workshops, professional people who deal with those customers will discover those needs. Because this is what we basically need to satisfy. The word that the guys mentioned there. Brilliant, thank you. If you like to turn it off. Okay, so now we know the difference between needs and wants. And what we have to do as workshops in general, we have to satisfy those needs and wants. And now move on to, are we able to do that by knowing their expectations? Because if you think about it, 10 years ago, us as normal users of cars, we had certain needs and wants. What about our needs and wants now? Are they the same? Are they more? Are they less? They're more, and they're always increasing. That's the thing. We always want more as customers. I can come to you when you have a workshop and say, hey, can you please just change my oil? Yes, you can do that, no problem. But then do you think that satisfies me? No, I want more. What do I want? I want free wash. I want I don't know what, because others are doing it.
You want free wash?
Yeah.
You want maybe as a technician, I see something like maybe one of your brake lights.
Very good, very good. So it's always increasing, right? So my expectations are always increasing. Am I still up to date with those expectations? Sir, you mentioned that they know me. So they already have a database of you and what actually are your expectations, and they're moving forward with that, which is brilliant. So now, expectations grow as fast as wants and needs grow, like exponentially if you will. And we need to always be getting there. Why? Because we provide a certain experience. That experience is your workshop, the service that you do. Not only fixing cars, but also dealing with people. If that experience matches the expectation of the customer, then we might have satisfaction. If I'm providing a certain service and there are no common grounds with their expectations, what am I doing? Nothing. It's like I'm going to a petrol station, a really petrol station, to ask for medical help. I provide oil, I provide fuel, I'm not providing this, that's it. So they have to match, we have to think about it. And we need to understand all of these to increase this area, to have more satisfaction. However, will satisfaction bring loyalty? If I'm satisfied now with your work, and I'm satisfied tomorrow and the day after, will that bring loyalty? Will that make the customer come back again and again? Who says yes? Let's show raise of hand. Who says yes? Okay, who says no? Ah yes, thank you very much. I actually agree with the no. Do you know why? If I come to you 10 times and one time you made a mistake with me, do you think I'll come back? And this is the difference between satisfaction and loyalty. Please. Okay, thank you, sir. Then I'm not satisfied. I'm satisfied 9 out of 10 times, not necessarily, you know what I mean? Loyal, I might come back. And this is where the competitors will just snatch me. So if you want to think about it as a curve, it goes like this. I need to be satisfied between 9.5 and 10 over 10 to actually be probably loyal.
I was just going to make a point as well. Expectation is also, that is in the hands of the workshop, because if you say, we do your service in 60 minutes, that's what I expect.
Very good. So we kind of manage expectations as well. Thank you very much.
Once you set it up.
It helps a lot because then we know where to tread. We tread lightly where we actually said we will. Very good. Now these will get us the satisfaction required. Great. Now, To be able to get to that level, meaning, I know that these customers want 1, 2, 3. I manage my expectations as the gentleman here just mentioned, like I do your service in 60 minutes or 30 minutes. I can provide you with this free wash or free wiper blades, whatever. You met these, you put all of these together. For me to be able to achieve those, I need a process, right? And the processes must not be complicated because I've got these people who work with me and they need to be able to follow the process, ideally speaking, right? Now, based on what would you make that process? What will help you create that process? If you wanted to start something, you want to create a process, how would you start? Thank you.
I will start by identifying the needs and wants.
Very good, which is what we did. So you started from the beginning, identifying needs and wants. But
I will move forward afterwards to know the expectations.
Okay. But if you think about it, you're saying that I will start with needs and wants and I will move forward. What you're actually doing is not this. You're actually doing this. You're starting with the end in mind, which are the needs and wants. So whenever you want to come up with a process to serve your customers, start with the end in mind. This is what they want. Okay, for me to be able to get this, what do I need? This. Very good. For me to be able to get this, what do I need? This. And you go back all the way to the beginning. You don't start a process from step 1. You start always with the end in mind, which is who? The customer, the one who pays our salaries. And if we keep them happy and loyal, they keep paying our salaries and we expand our network. And that's what we want. So we always start with the end in mind. So you thought of it correctly, it's just reverse. That's it. I want to get there. Okay, listen, to get there, what do I need? Do I need a car? Do I need a plane? Do I need a train? And then we move backwards. So when you put this process and you think about it with the end in mind, that will help your people. Because now we have a purpose. Our object now is not step 1 or step 2. No, our objective is the end. And based on that, we'll just go backwards. All right? Yeah? Okay. When we create a process, that will help me create a task list. So now I know we should do task 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 20, 30, depends on my process. Good. How do I know that I did the task well? How can I know if a task that I come up with, it was done well? How do I know? How do I measure it? Well, KPIs, yeah, we measure it. If you don't measure anything, you cannot know if you're doing well or not well. Very simple. And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not trying to promote anyone, it's just some things that I have been using for probably 20 years. It's the KPI book by Jeff Smith. You can find it online. But that book has so many performance indicators that you can use to be able for you to measure anything you can think of. So you know how to measure, you know how to manage. Very simple. And the end, customer satisfaction. The end, the loyalty. Is this customer coming back to me every 6 months for oil change and other stuff? Or, oh, no, I lost him. Why? And so on. So once we create the task list, based on this, we come up with the key performance indicators that will help me know where I'm doing well, what I'm doing that needs improvement. Then once I do those, I can make the job descriptions. And I'm telling you this because I've done this with one of the local workshops here in Dubai. And in about 1 year, there was a complete change. And now that workshop, which is part of a bigger organization, is actually the most profitable of all departments. It's all going back to the basics, starting with the end in mind, creating a task list, putting the right KPIs, boom, job descriptions. Now we come to the implementation. I give you a certain job, this is your job description to do this task within this step. And you, and you, and you, and you, etc. But is that enough? I trained you, I told you, here you go. That's what you're gonna do, go do it. Is that enough? What is needed?
Follow up.
Follow up. Okay, who should follow up?
Supervisors.
Supervisors. Okay, how?
You have to train supervisors.
Okay, you train supervisors, and then?
Check what's going on. Follow up. If
Okay, your heart is in the right place, I'll tell you that. Your heart is in the right place. That is enough in your opinion? Anyone has an additional thing to add to, sorry, your name? Sharbil. Anyone has anything else to add to what Sharbil said? Sorry, sir, thinking. Evaluation, so that's kind of measurement, right? So we follow up to measure, these KPIs, very good. Anyone else? Sir? Oh, reward, nice one. Okay? Based on our experience, all of these are correct, but they're never enough. Knowing let's say the working force that we have here, technicians, all the stuff that Khaled was talking about in the previous session, this doesn't really work 100%. This is how it will go the way forward. That's it. It's what we call coaching. It's like a football coach. So, this is the GROW method. It's a coaching technique that we use to help people literally move from I learned this theory, a couple of practices, all the way through to I'm actually implementing, and look, that's the result. And this is what we miss in a lot of places. How do we do it? Very simple. G stands for goal. R stands for reality, O for options, and W is doer. How does it work? If I want to sit with a technician or a supervisor or even their leader, okay, Sharbil, what do you want from this workshop? You tell me, for example, I want to make $100,000 a month. Brilliant, that's your goal now. Where are you now? I'm at 70. Brilliant. What do you want to do to get there? As a coach, you're not there to tell them what to do. You're there to guide them, let them think. Because we know that when we were younger, we were always told, do this, do that. And then we grew up to be without any kind of imagination when it comes to any services that we give. Yeah? But then we have to learn it the hard way. We make plenty of mistakes with customers and pay for them. But no, nowadays it's on a higher level, it's on a complete different level. When we ask these people to think for themselves, and you as a leader, as a coach, business owner, supervisor, manager, you as a leader will lead them into the right answers, then what happens? Two things. One, they get motivated because it's their idea with the blink. Two, what is the second thing that happens with them? If it's their idea, what's going to happen? He wants to make it succeed. He doesn't want to let go. He wants to. He just has the drive now. It's like, yeah, it's my idea. I'm the one who came up with it. Boss, look what I did. Brilliant. Now let's move on to the next. So when they do this, the will here is, why am I doing this? What's going to get me next? You talked about rewards, which could be financial, or it could be, I don't know, some services. Like, hey, take my car for the weekend. Right? Or, I don't know, here's a voucher, go have dinner with your loved one. It doesn't have to be money. It can be anything. But reward, yes, to actually motivate them to move forward. Following this process, ladies and gents, was the most successful thing we do as coaches, regardless of who you're talking to. However, to be able to implement this process in a certain way, you have to set the scene. The environment around us, how is it going to be? So, first things first. Coaching is for everyone. Two, everybody should know that if that is your job, and that is your job, and that is your job, we all know each one what they have to do. Everyone is clear about their own goals and the goals of the others. And three, synergy. I know what to do this, how to do this specific thing, brilliant, let me do it. You know how to do this thing, brilliant, let me do it. What happens in general, we'll have an amazing technician, he becomes a super diagnostic person, then I'll make him a manager. Dude, he is a great diagnostic technician. He should be working, diagnosing cars, because he's going to bring you success. Now you put him a manager, he's not anymore, because he thinks I'm bigger now. Sorry guys. He thinks I'm bigger now, I don't need to work, I don't need to diagnose cars. And then what happens to the business? Bye-bye. Unfortunately, that's what I've seen happen everywhere in this region. valid reason? Why do you want to implement what I taught you? What's in it for you? What's in it for you? You might have different reasons, and I as a coach, if I don't know these individual reasons of why you want to do this, I will not succeed very well. You might need money, he might need just a tap in the back, correct? You might need a tap in the back because he's expecting that one day he's going to become a big manager to follow, right? You might need the money because you want to buy a house somewhere in Italy. If I don't know these, then forget it. And if you are a person who doesn't have these critical 5 success factors, like the trustworthiness between you and your colleague, if he doesn't trust you and you don't trust him, why start it anyway? Correct? I don't trust him. I don't think he's going to stay here for long. Don't waste your time. You know, when we do contracts with leaders about a certain coaching program that could take about 6 to 12 months, the first thing is, let's say I'm doing it with you. Before I start, I will make sure if you really want to continue or not. Otherwise, I won't even start. Why should I? I'm going to waste everybody's time, his time and my time. So it's not about here as well, me making money because I'm doing these executive coachings. No. So is he going to succeed or not? Am I able to help him? If he's, I don't know, categorized as unable to be helped or unwilling to be helped, why should I? Very simple. I don't even tread in that direction. 2, communication skills. I know each and every one of us has his own way of measuring his own skills. Has anyone tried to have someone else measure the communication skills or your communication skills? Like have a different perception? We don't usually do that, right? You think, yeah, I'm a good communicator, and then you find out that I can't reach out to these people. Every time I talk to them, they get upset. Why? I don't know. There are many tests online that you can do. They help with these. You can also have certain platforms that we use about these to measure your communication skills. It's called the METAL platform. It's just certain personality/knowledge and skills that set questions, and then you will get what you want. So if you don't know your levels on the communication skills, it wouldn't be, let's say, easy. It just will give you a little bit more obstacles as to how you can communicate the improvement, the implementation, and the grow method that we just spoke about. 3rd point, mutual respect. The automotive industry, I'm gonna go back 20-25 years ago. The way how technicians used to be trained is, sorry to say, it's like animals. They always shouted at people, insulted them, offended them all the time. It's like, why are we doing this? That's how they learn. They're not educated. We're gonna do this. Oh, okay, no, not anymore. Not anymore. Now technicians, they use their mobile more than we do. They are very IT oriented as well. They know how to manage. So when we talk about mutual respect here, we're gonna think about those technicians as our source of income, source of sustainability. That's the fix it right part, remember? Because me at the front, if I'm selling the service, how can I sell a service if it's not done right? So the fix it right part is definitely needed. And then we move on to the rest. So these technicians, when I want to help them, coach them, and grow them, there should be mutual respect, as I'm sure that you agree. Feed forward. Have you ever heard of this word before? Okay, we know feedback, right? Brilliant. Feedback means tell them what you did. So you did something not so good. I feed back means I tell you this is what you did. We decided that we need to make it a little bit more positive, more forward looking. So feed forward. Now feed forward is a feedback plus how we can fix it in the future. So I did something that was not good. So someone told me, listen, Rudy, you actually didn't really talk nicely to this customer. He felt offended. You know, it would be appreciated now next time if you change your way. How would you like to improve that? Move from feedback into the next step, feed forward. Because if I don't improve, what's the point of giving me the feedback? We always get that. We always get that. When I was younger and I had a manager, the only time he used to call me to his office was to actually give me a feedback. So now, every time I actually know he's gonna call me, I get depressed. I don't wanna go. Because it's always negative. Oh, why am I going? Oh man, not again. What did I do this time? It completely destroys you. It makes you lose your confidence completely. Now the feed forward part's like, you're happy. No, he's gonna tell me I did something wrong. Okay, but then we're gonna find a solution. He's gonna help me out. This is part of the coaching. If you have experience, that'd be great. If you don't, it's not a big deal. As a coach, we do a wide range of coaching activities. I don't have the experience that a marketing director has. I don't. But I don't really need that, because coaching is not about me knowing what he should do and telling them. No, it's about bringing the best out of them. Get the right questions to actually let them come up with those ideas. Let them come up with those solutions, and then just help them stay focused. This is our job. So the experience, your experience, if you wanted to coach your, let's say, team members, you don't have to be a master technician to train technicians. You don't have to be a customer service professional to actually train the service advisors, the people who meet those customers. The right questions with the right attitude will let them come up with those ideas. Okay? Well, if you want to be experienced, you can always come to us as well. We do such training. And we spoke about, okay, these are what the customer needs and wants are, these are their expectations. Brilliant. We spoke about that we need to create a certain process to be able to create this satisfaction and to be able to continue with this satisfaction. Very good. What about the money now? Think about it this way. Why do we have businesses? I run a business, you guys, most of you run businesses. Why do we run businesses? What are the key components of I running a business? Because of what? Money. Perfect, right? Now, if you're running a business because of money, say that you're selling something like that. Yeah? To make money, you need to make profit on this. Let's say you make 300% profit on this. You buy it at, I don't know, $10. Now you're selling it at 300%. Sorry, I'm testing your math skills here. Say that I want to sell this at such a high profit. How long do you think I can sustain the business by selling this one at such a high profit? There are many competitors that will come, they will reduce the price. They will offer additional stuff. So I will not last. Right? So there must be another component. What is the other component of running a business? Satisfaction. Brilliant. Now, if I only run my business on satisfaction, I give everything for free. Right? And then how do I pay the people? How do I pay my salary? So what is the critical balance now? It's these two. We need to keep balancing these two. And us as leaders, workshop managers, owners, this is where we always focus our job on. To be able to focus these two. It's not only about fixing the car right. Many tools and equipments are around us here. Computers. Now we diagnose cars over the air. There are BMW cars that can be diagnosed over the air. The new electric vehicles, Tesla, Jaguar, all of these electric vehicles, we know that this car needs something as they are driving somewhere. We don't need any more fix it right when it comes to this. Everyone's got it. What we really need is the human element. How you treat me. When I come to a service center, and this is a real story from my past. As a customer, I wanted to take our car to a dealer because it was still under warranty. Sat down, a certain service advisor attended to me. Very nice, very polite, brilliant. Okay, sir, what would you like to do on your car? I don't know. It's due for service. Oh, okay. Shall we check the car? Great. So we went to check the car. I don't know, you know, they do these things, tack, 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 tack. Then you come back, and then, okay, sir, so what we're going to do is we're going to change oil and filter, and it's like, yeah, I know. Tell me something else. We always change these. Is there anything else? No, I don't know because I didn't drive it yet. Do you hear anything else in the car? Okay, listen, I heard the noise once. Okay, thank you, we'll check it. Good. So they came up with this idea that this car needs a steering rack and pinion. Brilliant. Am I paying for it? No. Then I don't care. Do it. Yeah. It took them 4 or 5 days to come back to me to tell me that, yeah, we changed the steering rack and pinion. The noise was still there.